So the story where the creatures or aliens that are seen in the mall in Miami takes a Andrew Dawson, Tiffany G like turn. So people who have been watching my channel, been watching my videos for some time now, know that I cover people that have seen something very strange, something very bizarre that causes them to panic. And for whatever reason, days later, they come out saying, I did not see anything. The Las Vegas family are also no exception. They call the police confirm they saw something crashing out of the sky. They redacted 16 minutes of backyard footage. The family states, yes, I saw something, we saw something. And then a couple days later, they come out saying, we didn't see anything at all. So now we have another witness who saw something very strange, very bizarre. Matter of fact, the only witness to this mall incident speak out.
I look back, no cap, yo, no cap. I look back, it looked like a big ass shadow, but it was solid at the same time, like a few shadows, but they were solid at the same time. And it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. So I'm like, yo, what? So we start really moving.
Less than 24 hours later, he is now saying he wasn't even in Florida. He was just trolling.
Yo, how I wake up, my shit jumping like the trap. Nah, but for real, like real shit though, on the dead homies, I was trolling. I ain't never even been to Miami. Shit, yo, y'all be bugging. Yo, real shit though, y'all stay away from them aliens and all that. Y'all be safe out there. Yo, crazy. I never been to Miami in my life. I was dead trolling, yo. Y'all can't be that gullible, yo. I was just dead ass trolling. I've never been to Miami. I'm not in danger. I'm chilling. Like real, I mean, fuck it. Y'all want to make me go viral? I don't give a fuck. But yo, listen, for real, I was trolling. I'm chilling. What's wrong with y'all? Shit crazy, yo. Y'all bugging.
Matter of fact, he went so far as to delete the original video that he created. I'm looking at this guy's video history and nothing about him comes off like he's a troll. Matter of fact, I like his videos. He speaks out about a lot of serious situations. He even made one video where he's making this man go famous for beating a dog. When I say making him go famous, I mean he's letting the public know that this man is very vile. He's mistreating animals. That's what I mean by go famous. I don't know why, but just by this man's facial expressions, I feel like he's being very genuine. But so we don't get this man in any trouble, I will say I agree he's trolling. But like I said, and it's nothing to this man directly, but I have seen this multiple times before. Like I said with Andrew Dawson, who claimed he saw a giant on top of a mountain. He goes back there, the giant is no longer there. He comes out on camera and says, I made it all up. He's looking very nervous and he says, I didn't see anything.
I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys. So now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all the videos that I posted were scripted. They were just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick update.
Now, many people want to say that Andrew Dawson and his giant have already been debunked by the Y-Files, but I already made a video debunking the Y-Files video. I'm not going to go over it because I have already gone over it many times before. But before you say Andrew Dawson is being disingenuous, before you say he's trying to go viral, please do check out my video. I will post it in the comment section below. Now, here's what I find very interesting about this story that nobody seems to be talking about. So there are about 100 police cars in this vicinity and about 4 to 5 black helicopters that are flying above. Now, they stated there was gangs of teens, there was groups of teens that was causing chaos inside this mall. And yet we have over 100 cop cars, if not more, and they were only able to arrest 4 of the teens. Now, go and try to find the names and the photos of these teens that they arrested, and you can't. Now, you might be saying the reason why that is because they are underage, they're juveniles. they are not supposed to release their names or photos in the media. I have looked up very similar stories to this story here in Florida of teens and juveniles getting arrested for either fighting or shooting guns inside public places. And they would show the names and also the photos of said teens, of said juveniles. Now you might be saying, well, that's because they might have some big charges against them. Now, while 2 of them were charged with burglary, grand theft, battery, and resisting arrest without violence, the other 2 were only charged with resisting an officer without violence. So who knows, maybe they will indeed be identified later, but with that being said, where is any of the camera footage that took place inside the mall? So let's forget about the fact that the people inside the mall did not record gangs of teens causing chaos inside this mall. They had sticks, they had firecrackers, they were doing a real number inside this mall, terrorizing people who were either shopping or having a good time. So then you mean to tell me this big scene is going down with these teenagers, and this is the only mall in the United States, perhaps the entire world, that has no CCTV cameras inside of it? I'm sorry, I'm just not buying this, that nobody has footage whatsoever of what took place inside this mall. And it eerily takes me back to those people that had a panic on their flights, seeing something that disturbed them. Yes, I'm talking about the woman known as Tiffany G. I'm also talking about Tom Cowling, among others. The Chinese man who claimed he saw a stewardess changing out her batteries on his flight. Then we had the Russian man claiming he saw 3 ghosts of the Wagner Group mercenaries staring at him. And yet nobody recorded these people's seating locations to see what exactly was causing them to be so disturbed that they're causing this great panic on their flights. So disturbed that they are risking being blacklisted from flying ever again. And yet nobody picks up their phone and records what's bothering them. Nobody records their seating location. And you have to ask yourself, why? This story here, what happened inside this Miami mall, is no different. The only difference is, instead of it happening to just one person, we are now seeing mass hysteria. Am I wrong? That would pretty much squash everything. If there were 2 groups of teens fighting, causing all this chaos, scaring people into fleeing this mall, then there should be no problems releasing the video footage from the CCTV camera. So it seems like to me, something did indeed go down in this mall that they do not want the public to see. Because this happened on Monday. It happened January 1st. Today is already Saturday. I'm recording this on Friday. So internet time, this story is already pretty old. People who have lived in Florida all their life, especially in South Florida, will tell you, I have been around violence. I have seen violence go down inside a mall, inside a store. I have never seen this much police presence in all my life. So to give you a comparison of what a active shooter situation looks like here in South Florida, let's take a look at a active shooter situation at the Aventura Mall about 2 years ago. This is what an active situation generally looks like down here in South Florida. Now compare with what you see here, even if you search other active situations down here in South Florida, to what was happening at that Miami mall. You will never see so many police cars. So these supposed aliens that have been here for hundreds of years, if not longer than that, they've probably been here before we have even been here. For years, for decades, they have been considered not real, a conspiracy theory, no more different than Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster. Yet now, for whatever reason, starting with 2023, and now in 2024, these aliens, these UFOs, are now a problem. They are now hostile. They are now terrorizing the public. You really have to ask yourself, why? Why now? Why is Congress, why is the president doing their best to keep the information going about UFOs and aliens? Especially when nobody's really asking about UFOs and aliens, they are still fighting hard, coming together. These 2 parties, Republicans and Democrats, bipartisan, are coming together to give us information about UFOs and aliens. Doesn't it all sound like it's building up to something bigger? Times of Leonardo da Vinci, you can see in paintings what clearly looks like UFOs in the skies. Pre-Columbus Native Americans have spoke about meeting star people. They have even drawn paintings that look like lambs. So I have no doubt in my mind that there are entities that probably reside along with us and may be entities from another dimension, or those that reside within our waters. So now, after all this time, these entities are now hostile and causing terror among the public. What, did we not pay a light bill? Did we not pay the rent on the first of the month? Why are they now all of a sudden hostile unless something else is going on here? Some people want to say that this is all a distraction from a certain list, but I don't think so. Who is going to get in trouble from that pathetic list that dropped? That looks like it's been altered many, many times. Stephen Hawking? Michael Jackson? Hee-hee, Shimona. These aliens are a distraction from Bill Clinton going to prison over this list. Come on, do you really picture Bill Clinton going to prison over this list? He even said, I have no problems. I'm not going to appeal it, release it, because it's been redacted and altered in so many ways, it puts me in a better light. These UFO and alien stories that we keep seeing in the news and media like wildfire, these are not the distraction. These are the buildup. These are the psyops to see how large crowds would react upon seeing an alien. These aliens inside this mall were probably no more than AI holograms or people. We have already seen people in Peru pretending to be aliens, the Los Pelacross. Come to find out, they were illegal gold miners with high-tech military-grade equipment, even though around that same time, the United States Navy was present in Peru, around that same area. So it's not like it hasn't been done before, where people with very high-tech equipment have pretended to be aliens to cause a psyop. So now we have on video footage where people are claiming that this was the actual alien. But then they're saying that no, this video footage was reversed and it's actually 3 people walking. So I would not have any doubt in my mind that this was indeed people. But you have to ask yourself, why are these 3 people casually strolling along this heavy presence of police? You would think the police would stop them or tell them they can't be there, but they are casually strolling along these cop cars. The helicopter that looks like it's recording on a potato zooms in on them and then quickly moves away. So I wouldn't doubt there are plenty of players involved here. Even in my original video, I stated that these are not aliens. This is Project Bluebeam. This is a training course in Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam was supposed to happen in Reagan's era, but for whatever reason, it did not. Just like how a September 2001 style event was supposed to happen in JFK's era, but he did not want to go forward with it. You can see it in Operation Northwoods, how they declassified that the United States government was supposed to fake an attack involving Cuba, and we were supposed to invade Cuba. Now, I did make a bigger video on Project Bluebeam that I will link in the comment section below. It is on my alternate channel, Minutes of Mystery. So if you would like to subscribe there, like I said, I will leave the link in the comment section below. It does explain everything that you need to know about Project Bluebeam and the staged alien attack. We are going to see more and more of these psyops play out until Congress declassifies what they know about UFOs and aliens. And more than likely, what they are going to say that they have information that these aliens, these UFOs, are hostile and that there will be an attack and we have to prepare now. This attack is going to lead us into that 2030 agenda, transforming our world. This 2030 agenda must have all the governments come together. There must be a one world government. In order for this to go into fruition, so all these rules and laws can be passed. So then how are they going to achieve this? How are they going to get all these hostile nations come together? Well, like Ronald Reagan had said, and like Yuval Harari just recently said, in order to stop the arms race, there needs to be a common threat from outside this world.
Often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
If it was a question of, humankind versus a common threat of these new intelligent alien agents here on Earth, then yes, I think that there are ways we can contain them. But if the humans are divided among themselves and are in an arms race, then it becomes almost impossible intelligence. And there is, I'm tending to think of it more in terms of really an alien invasion. That like somebody coming and telling us that, you know, there is a fleet, an alien fleet of spaceships coming from planet Zircon or whatever, with highly intelligent beings. They'll be here in 5 years and take over the planet. Maybe they'll be nice. Maybe they'll solve cancer and climate change, but we are not sure. This is what we are facing, except that the aliens are not coming in spaceships from planet Zircon, they're coming from the laboratory.
So again, what we saw in this Miami mall was not aliens, it was people. Very scary people with very scary agendas for the future. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow.